Has Tarte Cosmetics officially done the most off-the-wall collab with their collaboration with Dunkin Donuts? I guess I'm not really a Dunkin's girl because we don't have any in North Dakota as far as I know. But you guys will have to give me your opinions. And also, if I had a crystal ball, I feel like I would say there's a lot of indie palettes in the future. I guess I don't really need a crystal ball for that because I have some of them. I don't think I can show you any of them because at the time I'm filming this video, none of the ones I have been revealed yet, but I'm sure if you keep your eyes peeled on my channel, you'll see them soon enough. It's episode 22 of new makeup releases. I missed you guys last week, so this episode is going to be nice and spicy. If you aren't subscribed to my channel already, highly recommend doing so. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so if you're wondering what's on my eyes today, it's a upcoming release, and I found these earrings at TJ Maxx. I hadn't been to TJ Maxx in forever, and tell me if you can relate. I am one of those people that loves to go walk around stores after my kids go to bed, so usually around like 8 o'clock if they're in bed and I don't have any YouTube stuff to do, I'll tell my husband like, I'm gonna run to TJ Maxx, and I hadn't been there in forever because I never think to go there. I always just go to Target, and I've been getting a little bored of going to Target, so I was like, let me go to TJ Maxx. Like, I never go there. And of course, I found these awesome earrings, and I was like, these are gonna go perfect with this blue look I'm about to do, so I had to have them. Yeah, if you've been sleeping on TJ Maxx like I have been the last couple of years, then this is your friendly reminder to head on over because I thought they had some really cute stuff. I found so many cute hair clips for my kids too. Okay, I could talk about earrings and cute things all day and shopping all day, so I'm not going to bore you with that, but let's go ahead and get into what I have with me. This is the Arcana palette from Artitude, and this I think launched last week, and I was so sad because I love Artitude so much. I just talked about them in my summer palettes, and I was so surprised when I saw this palette sitting in my mailbox. I literally just grabbed this and I didn't realize that all of the shimmer shades have these like little protectors on them. So let me take them off really quickly. Okay, some of those little protectors were hanging on for dear life, so I had to use a little tweezer, but I got them all out. Anyway, look at this color story. It's absolutely stunning, so I can't wait to play with this. I'm a little bummed because of course I got it after the launch, but I will definitely include it in some type of video because look at it. It's so cute, such a great color story. And I've seen the swatches they posted. It looks so lovely. And so I can't wait to play with it. And I can't wait to tell you if it's the same awesome quality that we get from Artitude usually. I think I saw on their Instagram that maybe this is a new formula. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted. There's also a few other things with this launch. I believe there's some highlighters. There's a brush set and some singles as well. And they sent a empty magnetic palette. So I didn't fully unbox everything. I'm going to save it for another video because I don't want to make this like fully focused on this collection, but I wanted to show you guys that they sent me the palette and everything else. So I can't wait to report back to you guys. Next thing I have to show you guys, I can't show you the inside because it's not launched yet or revealed yet, but I do have the Mocha Moment palette from Gourmand Girls. I feel like the cover is a pretty good giveaway on what this might be about. She's looking like she might be a neutral galley, so I'm just going to tease you guys with that. So this is launching on June 30th, so again, watch my channel. Maybe I'll put these palettes that I'm going to show you guys in a multiple looks, multiple palettes video because they are coming fast and furiously. And then the last one I have to show you guys is the Amber Glow palette from Alter Ego. And I don't know that they have announced a launch date, but I really like the Alter Ego palettes. They do make dupe palettes, so I know there's controversy around that, but I like to show them off. And I don't typically compare them to the palettes that they're duping, but I also realize not everybody has a like massive makeup budget, so I think it's nice to have dupes as an option. So anyway, I got that one in the mail too, so for sure I'll have to put those 3 palettes in some kind of video. So let me know. I think I might do a multiple looks, multiple palettes video, but those are the three I have with me, but I know there's a few more on their way to me as well. And there's another one that I can't tell you guys about at all yet because they haven't even started teasing. So that's always a little bit fun. But I'm going to go ahead and slide on over and let's talk about more palettes that I know have been like starting to get sneak peeked, which is so fun. Okay, so the first thing I think we should probably chat about is Glaminatrix. I feel like they've been so busy. So they just announced that they're actually making their April Fool's joke palette into a reality. So on the 1st of April, they posted this palette called Tones of Turds, and all the names were turd themed. And so everybody was like, wait, you have to make this palette. It's similar to what happened to Tarte with the Icy Bitch palette. So they actually decided to do Tones of Turd, and then they did a PG version called Grounded. And I remember getting an email from the owner of Glaminatrix saying, okay, we're going to send you a palette, but we can only send you one. Do you want the Grounded palette or the Tones of Turd palette? And I'm not really big into like poop jokes. I don't really care that much. But I was looking at the two palettes and I was like, let me just get the Tones of Turd because it's kind of iconic. It's a little bit out there and I like that they give people the option of either or. But I just thought that I would regret not getting the cheeky one, so I went with Tones of Turd. But if you don't like the sound of that, you can get the Grounded palette. The palette itself is absolutely stunning. I believe it's available for pre-order now. So basically, there is a ton of information on their Instagram, and it looks like the pre-order actually sold out, so now there's a second pre-order. But definitely head over to the Glaminatrix website and check that out if you're interested. Speaking of gorgeous green themed palettes, we have the reveal of the mystery palette from Unearthly Cosmetics, and this is called Shadow Sculpt, and I think it's like a series of palettes. So this one is Ghoul Garden, and it's their 2025 mystery palette for green lovers. I hummed and hawed about buying this, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to buying a palette without seeing it first, and I would love to hear your guys' feedback because I'm definitely one mystery palette say less, mystery box say less, but for me, things have really slowed down as far as how much I have to spend on makeup, and so I've been really cutting back because I've just been making a lot less, and this is my income when it comes to putting back into my channel. I don't borrow or take any of the money that we have for our family to sustain my YouTube channel because I just don't think that's right. I guess we use our sitter and so that gets paid for with our family budget, but everything else as far as my channel and my products that I talk about and stuff like that, I pay for all of that with the money I make on this channel. So just with the way the economy is, totally makes sense, right? So it's really slowed down. So for me, like, just buying it without seeing it, not knowing what it was, even though it was a brand I really cared about, it was hard for me to justify it. So now seeing it, I think it's really cute. Would I still buy it? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to wait just because I can't really afford any makeup right now because I have like no budget. Realistically, I really don't because I still have to pay like my YouTube subscription. I have to pay my PicMonkey subscription, you know, things that are like reoccurring bills. So don't want to get into a situation, and I just want to be transparent with you guys about my reasoning behind what I'm buying, what I'm not buying. So this palette is really pretty and I love the tones. It reminds me a lot of Tones of Turd from Glaminatrix, so that's why I wanted to talk about them at the same time. And I just remembered that they had actually revealed the mystery palette and we hadn't talked about it yet. So I thought that was really fun, and I would just love to hear your guys' feedback about how you feel when it comes to mystery palettes. Is it like something you enjoy? Is it something you still enjoy? Do you wish that they had revealed it sooner? I would just love to hear people's feedback because at the end of the day, you guys are buying makeup too, just as much as I am, and I'm very, very curious, so I want to know. And then we have from Bella Beaute Bar, they showed this sneak peek, which I'm so excited about. We're really going to see so many nude palettes, and it's kind of exciting. So this is the Unoriginal Nudes, and I kind of love the name. It's so sarcastic. I love that for me, and it says coming soon, but she's completely unoriginal. You don't need her, we promise. That's such a great way to market something. And I think this is one of the shades in the Unoriginal Nudes palette. It is called Ignorance is Bliss. And it says it's a true holographic shade. The first one we've included in a palette will be available in our new Unoriginal Nudes palette. So I'm excited to see. I think this one's on its way to me. So I'm super grateful to Bella Beaute Bar for sending it my way. And we'll definitely keep you guys posted and have it ready to go in a video as soon as I can show it to you guys. Okay, so I was really excited for this new launch from Lisa Aldridge. So captivated by this color story. I have one of her eyeshadow palettes and I haven't bought any other ones yet. But if I was gonna buy one, this would be it. I love the color story. And it's called the Desert Gleam. And it retails for $62. And then we have a lipstick called Ray, which seems like it's a really pretty mid-tone brown from what I can tell, which is like so up my alley. And I love it. It's a Muty Mauve chocolate. Honestly, I would love to have that. It's one of the shades that really speaks to me from her line. And also, in case you didn't know, not that this is any of your guys' business, but it's very close to my husband's name and how he spells it. So I kind of wanted it for that reason as well. But again, I just can't really afford it right now. And so I'm just going to have to put it on my wish list. I think Toasted is a new shade too. And we have one called Lily. And there's also a really cute summer tote. So Lily is a red, and then Toasted is a really muted nude shade, which I would never wear, but Ray, I have hard eyes for that. That's like the emoji. I love it so much. So Desert Gleam totally caught my eye. I love this color story. It's got that chartreuse shimmer and it's just a vibe. It's so cute. But then I saw it on somebody. I think maybe I saw Charlotte Holcroft have like an Instagram post or something. And when I saw it, it looked so muted on her. It reminded me so much of luxury brand eyeshadow palettes. And I vividly remember thinking like, oh my gosh, thank God I didn't get it because I just didn't like the colors. I mean, I just didn't think they were as vibrant as what I was expecting. So it was honestly something I was able to talk myself out of, even though initially from the pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, I want that. It looks stunning. I swiftly changed my mind, which was a good thing, I think. Okay, next I want to hop over to the one thing I did buy because I thought maybe you guys would be curious about this like I was. I ended up seeing this palette available on Ulta, and Ulta had a coupon. So I was like, maybe I should try it and see. And so I ended up getting the new Lancome palette. And I kind of wish I had waited till Sunday, but I thought the coupon was going to expire. So I went ahead and bought it on Saturday night, but it's the Adole Cafe Crush Nude Eyeshadow Palette. And I feel like nude palettes are making such a comeback. And I was a little bit curious because this is a mainstream palette, like something you can get at Ulta, something you can get at Sephora. I don't know if it's at Sephora. I definitely saw it on Ulta. And I'll be tagging it here on YouTube Shop. So if you feel so inclined, feel free to shop using my link. Listen, okay? It's the reality of the world. It really helps me out. So if you want to shop, if you're going to buy it anyway, buy it through somebody's link because I know they would super appreciate it. So $59, and it's really not the kind of color story I would usually go for, but I was just so curious, and the pans look really yummy. It's kind of giving me like Byredo vibes, but it's also giving me like Huda Beauty vibes. So I'm so curious to know if this is a beautiful palette, like what they feel like. Do the shades feel nice, or if it's just going to be a dud like the Lisa Aldridge palette. So I will keep you guys posted, but I did get that on the Ulta website, and Ulta also had the Lancome Idol Juicy Treat Oil in Gloss for $32. The packaging reminds me so much of the Fenty Gloss Bombs, so that was a little curious. I was like, okay. But I'm trying really hard not to buy lip products, even though they're so tempting. So I skipped on that, but I wanted to mention that both of those things were available. And then I also saw that the new Juvia's Place eyeshadow sticks are available on the website only at Ulta for $14. I saw these in person and they looked quite lovely. And you guys know Juvia's Place makes some amazing pigmented products. So if you're curious, they have 9 shades and it looks like a lot of neutrally shades and stuff you can use as a eyeshadow base. They also have the Juvia's Place beautiful big lip plumping glosses for $18. There are 6 shades. And I will say Juvia's Place is not great at like promoting themselves. So I never really know when they have a new product unless it pops up on like as an Instagram ad. I think they're focused more on TikTok. So I definitely don't see these things unless I go looking for them. And they also have Coffee Shop liquid eyeshadows, and the Coffee Shop palette is one of their neutral palettes, and now they have these beautiful liquid eyeshadows. So some of them look more metallic, the others look more like matte shades, and they've got some really gorgeous colors. So that's really exciting. I don't think I want to purchase any of these things because they're not really products I would use out of maybe featuring them on my channel. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that for now. But I just wanted to mention that I saw that on the Ulta side. We also have some new L'Oreal Plump Ambition pH Hyaluronic Lip Oils. I know they had some of these shades out already, but it looks like we have some new shades. So we have Crystal Ice, which is a beautiful blue, a lilac shade. There's a rose shade and a berry noir shade, which is a really dark purple, and it looks like it would be gorgeous on deep skin tones. So I would have to wait to hear from somebody with a deep skin tone what they think of that. We also have the Fenty Beauty and Smurfette collection they did. Some pieces are on the Ulta website. So there is a little daisy flower poof. Ooh, wait, is this a puff? Because I thought this was so cute. It's $47 though. Oh my god, it's so big. That's what she said. Does it come with the shimmer? I just want the puff. Is that an option? I don't think so, but I'll go ahead and put it on my little loves list on the Ulta website because you never know. Maybe I'll have a coupon or something someday and I'm like, ooh, let me get that. It's so cute. Okay, and then we have the little mushroom sponge. Oh, that is so freaking cute. Look at this thing. And then we have the Smurfette Effect Gloss Bomb and Keychain. And then the Fenty Iconic Velvet Liquid Lipstick. And it's in this really pretty melon shade called Smurf Melon. It's a bright pink. We also have the Tarte Trippin' with Tarte Amazonian Clay palette at Ulta. I talked about this, I think, in episode 20 maybe, about how Tarte came out with another palette. It's another neutral one. Probably another great one to make a video about, but I don't want to, so I didn't buy it. And then we have the ColourPop Hydro Pop Glossy Lip Stains at Ulta now. I really wish I had waited to make my Ulta order because I would have really liked to pick one of these up. I placed my order on Saturday night and these came on the Ulta website on Sunday, so it is what it is. And then I saw a bunch of new hair and body fragrance mists from this brand called Noise. I have not heard anything about it, but it looks very cute, kind of pricey because they're $42, but I don't know how much is in each bottle. It says that they're cruelty-free, vegan, formulated without parabens, phthalates, synthetic dyes, and animal byproducts. Noise scent unfiltered for all genders, a new dimension of self-expression. There's one that's like a honey scent. That's cute. Okay, you have to literally go into the whole spiel to see. So yeah, there's a caramel honey one. There's one that looks more citrusy. This one is blood orange, mandarin, and vetiver, which sounds right up my alley. And then there's a blue bottle that is pink sea salt, coconut water, and marine accord. Also sounds right up my alley. So that is something you can find on the Ulta website. I really don't know much about that brand, so if I have missed anything, definitely let me know in the comments. We also have the Tarte Dunkin Maracuja Juicy Shimmer Glass Lip Plump. So I think this is so cute, and let me tell you guys something. I really didn't know much about the owner of Tarte, Maureen, I think is her name, but I guess I follow her on Instagram, and for some reason she recently went on a trip with her family, and I feel like I was following her more closely then, and she shared about how she lost her husband in 9/11, and I just thought that was so touching because sometimes you follow brands and brand owners and you kind of forget that they're real people. even through like all the glitz and glam. And so I just was really touched by her sharing her story and how much she puts into Tarte. And even though I don't necessarily always agree with the way Tarte goes about doing things, I also respect the hustle. And so I thought that was really cool. And then I saw her sharing about how much she loves Dunkin', which I can relate to because I love my Starbucks coffee. I get the same thing every time pretty much. And I just get so much comfort from it. I think it might be silly for some people, but for me it's like, I don't know, it's like comfort that I get. It's almost like when moms make like wine jokes about how they need to drink a glass of wine to like process the day, or like people will have like a drink at the end of the night. That's what like my Starbucks is for me. It's just like, I don't know, it just like shifts my mood and I just really appreciate it. So if that's how she feels about Dunkin' and she's able to collab with them, like why not? I actually think that's really cool. Not something I'm gonna go out and buy, but I still thought it was really cool. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff from Real Techniques. They've dropped a bunch of different brushes, so that's exciting. I do really like Real Techniques. I think they make some really great brushes, especially if you're on a budget. They have some really good options, and I have some Real Techniques brushes that I've had for years at this point, and I've had no problems with them. I've washed them so many times, and they still hold up just as well as some of my more expensive brushes. So shout out to Real Techniques. And then we have to talk about the travesty that is this Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer collection. I don't know what they were thinking with this. And I did see, I can't remember who, maybe it was Deandra Nicole had shared how somebody had said like, you can't possibly be real with these shades. And I think Anastasia had commented saying, oh, those pictures are from our retailer. It's not an accurate representation of the pictures and what the tones look like. But that's BS because Sephora's not taking the pictures. I'm pretty sure Sephora's getting the pictures from ABH. And these tones are so scary. Look at how ashy they all look on the dark arm. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's like actually comical that somebody approved this. Like, it's a little bit disturbing. And I will say that I really like most of ABH's products, and I typically will, you know, check them out. But these, oh my god, it's so bad. I was literally looking at these, I'm like, which shade would I pick? And like, I don't like the look of any of them, but the fact that they swatched them all on a deep arm like that and took it seriously, like took themselves seriously, somebody needs to have a hard talk with whoever came up with that product development, because it is bad. The color story, the range is so bad. I'm really embarrassed for them. And then they're also coming out with a primer. So this is a SPF 50 hydrating face primer for $48. It says it's a multitasking daily SPF 50 that primes and protects all skin tones with hydrating benefits. Sounds great. I don't really need an SPF 50 primer, but if somebody does, there is one available on the ABH site at some point here soon. And I guess we could talk about the blushes as well. Those I feel like I roasted last time on episode 21, but I saw they were available as a Sephora app exclusive. I don't know if they're on the Ulta website yet, but they're $38, and they're these Magic Touch Cream Blush and Lip Trios, and I think we all kind of laughed about it together, and I really enjoyed reading your guys' comments because I think we're all on the same page about that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just, you know, sometimes I feel like ABH, they take like 10 steps forward and like take 80 steps back. It's like not making sense. They've taken a lot of risk, but I don't know how many of them have paid off, really. There's so many new things on the Ulta website, and I kind of want to touch on them because I'm so curious to hear what you guys think. But the one thing I was like, do I want to rebuy that, was the Tarte lip palettes coming back. So Tarte re-released, I'm guessing, their Amazonian palette, their Toasted palette, and their Bloom palette. And let me tell you, the Bloom palette back in the day was the shit. I can't remember if I ever hit pan on my Bloom palette, but I used that thing all the time. And then the Toasted came out, and I loved the Toasted palette too. So I don't know if it's like an anniversary that we're celebrating. I've been trying to keep an eye on the Tarte website, hadn't seen anything, but Oh my gosh, like again, I feel like I'm not really a Tarte eyeshadow palette girly anymore, even though I do like some of their palettes, like those bigger ones they came out with. But the man-eater palettes, those are pretty good, especially for being available at Ulta and Sephora. But now seeing these palettes re-release, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is wild. Feel like I'm stepping into a time machine and going back in time to 2014 when I just absolutely treasured my Bloom palette. And I'm pretty sure I still have featured those palettes in videos. So if I dig, I might be able to find something, but let me know what you guys think. I thought that was completely bananas. And then we have a bunch of stuff launching on Sephora today as an app exclusive. So we have the Secret Brightening Color Correcting Longwear Under Eye Setting Powder from Laura Mercier. They came out with a soft pink shade. So I'm pretty sure this is like their famous powder and they now have it in a pink shade. So if you like a pink powder, you can check that out. We also have some Briogeo products. I don't really talk about hair products, but I really don't know what's going on with my hair, but it's been so frizzy lately and I've been trying really hard not to let it get too oily. But now I feel like it's gone in the opposite direction where it's super dry. So now I've been putting in more hydrating products into it. So I don't know why. I'm just noticing this all of a sudden, but I think I might need to check out some of these products. So Briogeo is coming out with a Style Plus Treat 4-in-1 Smoothing Weightless Hair Oil for fine to medium hair. And that sounds like something I would like, except I have really thick hair, so maybe I don't need that. So that's $28. We also have a new Style and Treat Supreme Shine Strengthening and Styling Oil for thick hair. Okay, so maybe I need that one because your girl could use some taming. And then they came out with a Summertime Hair Essentials. And this I actually really wanted to get some recommendations from. I like the sound of some of the products in here and a lot of them I haven't tried. So I'm just thinking I might skip the set and just get the full size of the products I'm really curious about. Like the Amika Wizard Detangling Primer. I would use that on myself and my daughter's hair as well. And then the Color Wow Money Mist Leave-In Conditioner sounds lovely. I would also like to get my hands on the Moroccan Fizz Shield Spray. That sounds lovely. I have tried the Way Cleansing Scalp and Body Sugar Scrub. I don't think I want to put that on my scalp. So I'm going to skip that. And I didn't think the Gissu Honey Infused Hair Perfume would be something I need. And I definitely don't need another smoothing stick because honestly I've tried so many and at this point I think they're all kind of a bit of a scam. So I'll probably skip some products from that particular set, but I'm definitely going to use it as inspiration for things that I want to try out because I'm very, very curious about trying more hair products. So it looks like Milk Makeup came out with another shade or two of their contour sticks, I think. This is a new shade called Tan, which I'm a little bit curious about. So we have Tan and Smolder, which is a fair shade, and Flicker is the shade for Tan. I thought these were so cool tones, so I wasn't really interested. But now that they've added another shade, maybe I'll check it out. It does look a little bit dark though, so I'm not like dying to get my hands on it, nor do I need another bronzer stick. Still, I love Milk Makeup, so I thought I'd mention it in case you had also skipped out on trying that product. Here's something that I really want to get my hands on, but I saw a video that said that it wasn't really enough product for the price. So Huda Beauty launched lip contour lip stains and they're supposed to be 12-hour wear. I've seen so many people do wear tests and say how lovely they are and that they're great for deep skin tones. I think I want the shade Warm Brown, which is a burnt brown shade, of course. But yeah, I think I love the idea of this. It looks very innovative. And then she launched 3 Faux Filler Ultra Hydrating Tinted Jelly Lip Oils. And those are what really got my attention. They're these like very gently pigmented glosses, and I love the Faux Filler glosses from Huda, so I was really curious about those, but I haven't placed an order yet because, again, trying to get my hands, actually for Sephora I have enough points to get a rewards, $100 reward, so I've been trying really hard to get my hands on one so I could use that money to knock off some dollars off of my next Sephora purchase. But I also saw a TikTok where somebody said that they don't wear very well. So maybe I don't really need it, but I definitely want to get my hands on the next product, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Lip Cheek Glow Blush Sticks with hyaluronic acid. I really want the shade Peach Glow, and I think they're available now at my local Sephora, so I can just do an in-store pickup. But I think I talked about these in one of my last videos and was really hyped about them, but I haven't gotten my hands on them because, again, on a budget, can't afford it. So I've just been patiently waiting, hoping to score $100 off from Sephora so I can make an order. And then I also saw these LYS Beauty True Enlightenment Soft Focus Skin Finishing Powders. These are so beautiful because they have a marble effect to them, and they retail for $22, and LYS is a Black-owned brand, and they have some really cool products. So this is a multitasking formula that works as a setting powder, a bronzer, and a highlighter in one, adding natural luminosity to the skin with a soft focus finish. So that sounds really beautiful. I would love to try this. I have been trying really hard not to buy setting powders. I thought this was truly a setting powder, but the fact that it's a multitasking product definitely piques my interest. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye out. And like I said, as soon as I have enough spare dollars to place a Sephora order, I definitely plan to pick that up. Looks like we have a new fragrance from Gucci. So this is the Flora Gorgeous Gardenia Eau de Parfum Intense. And it's gonna be in a travel size as well as a full size. And this is a florals, warm floral, mandarin essence, gardenia, accord, and sandalwood. Usually I like the Gucci fragrances that come in this bottle. It says it's a more powerful, bolder concentration of Gucci Flora Eau de Parfum. This fragrance for women blossoms around a heart of floral, Hadean, and gardenia accord, elevated with sparkling notes of mandarin and grounded with creamy sandalwood. This woman's perfume glows with a joyful, sensual energy. So, sounds lovely. Am I going to buy it? Probably not, because I don't need another fragrance at this moment in time. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that. But those are some of the things I was just eyeing on the Ulta and Sephora sites. Like I said, there has been a lot that I missed out on talking about because I skipped last week. But thank you so much for letting me skip, and I know I don't really need to like post and say I won't be posting this video, but I feel like I've worked so hard to make Tuesday my new makeup releases day, and sometimes, you guys, it's just so exhausting, and I'm not trying to come on here and complain, but more so just to give you guys a little bit of like the behind the scenes where it's like my kids don't go to bed exactly at 8 o'clock, and sometimes you're just fighting with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old to sleep, and all you want to do is rest. And so it just became too much for me last week, and it always takes me hours to get this video together, so I had to take the week off, and I really apologize. Now let's head on over to Miss Trend Mood, and the first thing we see are more blushes from Summer Fridays this time. So these are the Blush Butter Bombs. Makeup with skincare ingredients blends effortlessly into the skin for a sheer flush of dewy color in shades Soft Strawberry, Pink Sunset, Sweet Rose, Toasted Terracotta, Dusty Rose, and Berry Spritz. These are going to be available July 8th. I can't believe it's going to be July soon. That is bananas, but we have some beautiful colors. I don't think I'm going to buy a blush, but hey, those look really pretty. I'm excited to see Summer Fridays go into a new category, so that'll be fun. And then we have new concealers from Makeup Forever. So these are the new HD Skin Full Cover Concealers. I feel like I used up the original one of this, but it's a high performance concealer that combines makeup and skincare, high coverage with a light feel, has a texture that melts into the skin, covering dark circles under the eyes, blemishes, freckles, acne scars, redness, and scars, while providing a natural finish with a waterproof, smudge-proof, and sweat-proof formula. So it looks like this is coming out in August, so we do have a little bit of time, but I'm a sucker for a good concealer, so I definitely have my eye out for that. I did talk a little bit about the new Rare Beauty Positive Light Brilliant Glosses, but it looks like we're going to have quite a few shades, and I'm excited. I sometimes get Rare Beauty PR, so I will be keeping an eye out for those because I love trying their products. And then these look so good. So these are the new Dior Forever Blush Soft Filters. Whipped liquid blush with a blurring matte finish. Love the sound of that. It looks like they have some really fun colors, perfect for the summertime. And You know, if I win the lottery, I'll probably pick one of these up. They look so beautiful. We also have more lip balms. Who's surprised? This is the Unreal Lips Healthy Glow Nectar Oil from Charlotte Tilbury. A balm makes gloss infused with hydrating hyaluronic acid and antioxidants rich fruit oils. Fill in the look of fine lines and applicator that hugs the contours of the lips in 6 scented sheer shades. So we've got pink, watermelon, strawberry, vanilla, coconut water, cherry glaze, pure peach, and candy fig. I feel like I just need to tell myself like no more lip balms because every single one has me curious and it's just like so unnecessary. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass. But they do look lovely and the packaging is so cute. We also have new highlighter palettes from Dior. So these are the new Dior Backstage Glow Face palettes. I think I have 2 of these. I think I'm good, but I know people love getting these. So we have Universal Glow, Frosted Opal, Pearly Peach Glow, and Rose Gold Glow. I think they actually had some of these before, but they definitely bought them back. So I'm okay, but I just thought I'd mention it. And then we have these beautiful products from Guerlain. So this is their new Majestic collection. So we've got the Meteorites Phoenix for $76, a light revealing pearl of powder. I think it's just their Meteorite powder. Terracotta Peacock bronzing powder, Majestic Feather Rouge. And we've got some lipsticks and a Ombre's G eyeshadow quad for $85. Everything looks beautiful. Definitely not the type of makeup that I'm into, but I just thought I would mention it and maybe link it for you guys in case you want to buy it. We also have news from Patrick Ta that they're reformulating their Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Translucent Highlighter Duos. I really like the highlighter duos, so I don't know what's happening with that, but I'll definitely keep an eye out. I definitely don't need to buy the new version just to have the new formula, but that's interesting. We also have this Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer from Fenty in the shade Mango. And I actually saw Glam Smithy show this on her story and it was such a beautiful shade. I was like, what is this? I'm like still thinking about this. And I definitely tagged Angie in her post. So yeah, I'm curious. Oh, it says it's new and only at Ulta. Okay, we have a new foundation from Laura Mercier. This is a Flawless Smooth Finish Pressed Foundation, a primer infused powder foundation with a hydrating weightless formula that hydrates skin while simultaneously controlling shine for a flawless long wear without creasing, settling, or streaking. I wonder if my friend Heather has seen this because this sounds exactly like something I would love to hear her test out. I hadn't seen this when I was scrolling through Sephora, so it must be something that's on her website. We'll have to check it out and see. And then we have a new perfume from Marc Jacobs. This bottle is stunning. It's a celebration of empowerment, positive affirmations, and believing in yourself. And it says the notes are caramelized fig accord, luscious blooming jasmine, absolute blend, and rich amber accord. So sounds very nice and kind of like a more evening vibe is what I'm getting from looking at the bottle. So very, very cute. This I haven't seen out yet, but there is a new foundation coming from Benefit. So this is the Professional Foundation. Visibly smooth skin and blurs pores, medium buildable coverage, natural matte finish, 24-hour long wear, waterproof, transfer proof with niacinamide, rose hip extract, and glycerin. So sounds like a really lovely foundation. I love a natural matte finish, so if I can get my hands on it, I'll definitely do that. Okay, we also have a new glazing mist from Rhode. This is the Hydrating Face Spray. A superfine mist that hydrates and refreshes for a radiant glow finish, clinically proven hydration and nourishing supple skin on the go. So it's $30 for 2.7 ounces. I feel like Pixi also has like a glow mist like that, so you don't necessarily need to get it from Rhode if you're trying to be on a budget, but I just thought I'd mention that because I just saw it on Trend Mood, of course. Okay, this Prada fragrance looks beautiful as well. This is the Paradox Radical Essence by Prada, blending floral, woody, and musky notes into a fragrance that is both bold and delicate. Floral, wood, musky, a combination that balances sweetness, depth, and sensuality. This sounds lovely. I would love to smell it. Honestly, I just love the look of the bottle. It is so beautiful, so I'm definitely going to keep my eyes peeled for that. Okay, so it looks like Gloss Gods has a festival collection dropping, And it says the Sizzling palette is going to be available for $49. We also have the Dripping palette. So cute. Dripsticks and Power Gems and yeah, a bunch of really cool stuff. I know they usually send my friend Angie PR, so I'll have to wait and see if Angie posts something about that because those look freaking cool. Okay, I also have something coming from Clarity, which I told you guys I'm not really sure what's going on with them, but I do have a palette coming, and I don't know if it's maybe this new Cobra palette, which they did. I think they sent me the original or I bought it. I know I have it somewhere, but this is launching 6/27 at 10 a.m. CST, and it's going to retail for $56. That must be what they're sending me. So yeah, I did want to say that I have something coming from Clarity, and I'm pretty sure my code with them is back on as well. So I'll keep you guys posted if anything changes. But yeah, I just saw emails coming through about it, and I was like, what is going on? And I was like, oh, I saw the shipping notification, so I just wanted to mention that to you guys. And then I saw this little post from Sugar Drizzle, and I haven't seen if they actually revealed this palette, but it's this very graphic looking thing that says Gummy Worms, and it says coming soon, but that was June 16th, and I don't see anything else on there since, so I don't know if there is still something coming or if there isn't, but if you guys know more than I do, definitely keep me updated. Oh, I don't remember if I talked about this in episode 21, but I also saw that Devaroon Cosmetics launch a Dewdrops Part 2 palette. So this collection is available now, and they said Dewdrops Needed a Buddy Part 2 is a little edgier, a little brighter, and full of sparkle and shift. Mix and match and layer these 6 shades to add something special to any look. And the collection also includes 2 new highlighters in our super sparkly formula in Rainbow and Moonbow, and 2 new jars of Dewdrop Gems. So that's really cool. They are an indie brand, so I always love supporting. So check out Devaroon if you haven't. I have 2 of their palettes. I haven't bought anything since, but I always like to shout out indie brands. And so I wanted to shout them out as well. Okay, I also saw an email from DD Signature. So their Fearless Holiday palette is coming back in stock, and it'll be sometime in July. And I believe this was their best-selling palette. So if you felt like you missed out, definitely stay tuned, because I know that palette is very well loved by people, and they are a small indie brand as well. So I want to give them a shout out. We also have some new Naturium Phyto Glow Lip Balm SPF 45. This is the Out of the Office collection. And we've got a clear shade, Paradise, Gateway, Escape, and Oasis. I will say I really wanted to like these. I bought like 4 of them, and I really wasn't into the formula, but maybe I should give them another try because it's been a little bit of time. And sometimes I feel like when a little bit of time passes, I change my preferences, and then something I didn't like so much, I do like, and things just change. So yeah, curious about that. Okay, you guys, that is everything for today's new makeup releases video. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and you're having a great start to your week. Let me know something you're looking forward to this week, whether it's a makeup item or just spending time with friends, or maybe you're gonna catch a movie that you've been really wanting to see. Let me know something good going on in your life in the comments. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you definitely sometime this week to show you what is on my eyes, and I'll also be working on that other palette video because there's just so many fun things launching, and of course I want to share them with you. I think that's everything. If you have a little bit more time, check out some of my other videos, and I will see you very soon. Bye, friends!